How are you all doing? Good? You doing okay? So my only qualification for talking about tourism is that I come from a city which is famous for tourism. So I guess I live in a city. I don't have a video and I don't have a PowerPoint. I'm really sorry. But can you see the video of Cambridge? What do you see on that video of Cambridge? What do you see? You see what? You see, you know, yeah, well, you can come into Cambridge if that's the reason to come to Cambridge. That's a really shit reason. You want a much better reason than that. What can you see on my video of Cambridge? You can see punting on the River Cam. Yeah, you can. So much better to punt in Cambridge than in Oxford. We don't even talk about that. Okay, so it's punting on the River Cam. How amazing. You can see a beautiful college. You see King's College. Can you hear the choir? King's College choir singing away. Oh, sounds good. What else can you see? Parks and green, yeah. It's a bit longer, this video, than you're making it out to be. What else can you see? Close your eyes and think of Cambridge. Who's there? Who's walking around the streets? Students. Yeah? We have a great saying in Cambridge, which is the town and the gown. And there's some who wear the gowns, who are the students or the professors, and the rest of us in the town, otherwise known as the stupid ones. So there's the clever ones and the stupid ones. But interestingly, there are more language students of high school age visiting Cambridge and studying Cambridge than there are students studying at the university. Can you believe that? More 16, 17 and 18-year-old students than there are undergraduate students. That's unusual. Anything else you can see in my video? You can see a policeman. There's no crime in Cambridge. It's actually very interesting that there's not policemen in this video, but it's actually one of the great things about Cambridge. It is a very safe, nice place to go. You can walk around and feel very safe. It's very small, actually, Cambridge. It's tiny. It's a tiny place with a big, big reputation. Yeah. So you can see that. Anything else? I need to see another couple of things. Or I'm never going to make this video. There's some pubs, yeah, there's some pubs. There's some nice warm beer in Cambridge, some nice pubs, yeah. That's how beer should be, warm apparently. There's some nice pubs, okay. Anything else? There's a little bit of countryside. And can you think of any famous names associated with Cambridge? Think of any famous names associated with Cambridge? Charles Darwin, yeah. Cambridge student, Isaac Newton, yeah, all these names. Got a few. Sorry again? Paul Bourne. That was my next one. So lots of images and lots of ideas. But actually, what's really interesting about Cambridge is that it somehow struggles to tell its story, and I'll tell you why. We have a preconception of a day in Cambridge, that we go and walk around a college and we go punting, and that is it. But Cambridge actually has a lot more than that to offer. So the challenge for Cambridge is to tell its story, not the one you necessarily expect. Of course, we want you to come to the colleges. Of course, we want you to go on the river. But one thing we want you to do is we want you to stay for a night or 2 nights or even a week, and go to the museums, and go to the festivals, and be in a city that has a youth and vibrancy about it, which is different to the ancient buildings and museums. So Cambridge struggles the same way that you do in how do you tell your story, yeah? Okay, so I want to explore how we tell stories, and I want to explore a little bit about my city, and a little bit about I've got a C word of Cambridge, creative storytelling, but then also collaboration and how we all collaborate. Okay, does that sound okay? Yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't got the policeman here, or haven't got my gown on, but I'll try my best. Okay. So, tiny bit about me. I've already explained that I know nothing about tourism. I've also demonstrated that, so that's good. I'm actually a theatre director. So I work in creative, now it's where people start getting a bit nervous because there's a stage and a theatre director and he's already used the word shit twice. So there's going to be trouble, okay? So I'm a theatre director, so I'm really interested in how we tell stories, and that's what I'm really here to do, to help you to maybe think about how you tell your stories, okay? And the first and most important thing in stories are people. That's what makes stories. Places, yes, of course, but places come to life with people and how they interact, what they do in places and activities that really create stories, okay? So I've got a guy here who I met before who works at Košice Airport, okay? It's the people that create the stories that are going on in your space. Yeah, sure, the plane's landing is great, but actually what's happening with the people is really, really important. You're talking about your beautiful countryside. I've already booked my holiday online, okay? But it's actually, yeah, it's the people. It's the people that create the stories, and all these things we've been hearing today. Okay, so you are people. And what I would like you to do, people, is come down into my little stage area and join me. So put all your books down, put all your notes down, and come and be a person in my world. Come into my world. Come and stand down here for me. Just to all of you, every single one of you, every single one of you, every single one of you. Okay, so come into my world. Mieka, what are you doing? Come into my world immediately. Okay, everybody come into my world. Don't be shy. Come and get a bit more space. Come and fill up the space a little bit. Come and fill up the space a little bit. Are you okay, translator? Is okay? Yeah? I've got a thumbs up from the translator. Okay, come. We need to fill in the space a little bit more. So just come forward. Okay, there's a few. Okay, fantastic. All right, great. The most important thing about people is how they interact. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is in the next 60 seconds, shake hands with every single person in the room. Go! 60 seconds, shake hands. Quickly, 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60 seconds. Okay, that's, you quickly. Oh, yeah, oh, very clever. Okay, he's going. You've got a bit of energy here. Okay, shake hands, shake hands, shake hands, shake hands, shake hands, shake hands. Very good. Some people, hi, shake hands. Very good. Good. You got 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Okay. 20 seconds. How are you doing? Now you're getting okay. And 10. Quickly. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Great. Did you make any new friends? Did you make it? Oh, you made a couple of new friends. Okay. Good. Well, we probably didn't make too many friends because really all we did was very simply just do this and then move on. So it was like a task. We hadn't really connected with the person at all. They were just a number or a figure. So I can say, I've completed the task of having 60 people shake hands. They don't know each other, but we've interacted. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to spend the next minute talking to two people. Okay, two people. So you're going to have one conversation, you're going to move on to another conversation. And I want you just to ask them something about themselves. So if you're going to have a conversation, it's going to be two sets of conversations. So go ahead, the person next to you, turn to them, shake them by the hand, okay, and ask them something about themselves. Shake them by the hand. So you've got a person here, shake them by the hand and ask them about themselves. Okay, and move on to someone else, another person, move on to another person, another person, another person, another person. Okay, and stop, and stop, and stop, and stop, stop. Very good. There's some, like, okay, and stop. Did anybody learn anything interesting? You say, they're still talking, it's great. It's not speed dating. That's a different workshop. Okay. Did you learn something interesting?
She likes you.
She asked if she likes me. I said it's not speed dating, fuck's sake.
She said you were funny.
Oh, okay, good.
This lady here told me that she knows my collections, where I live.
Ah, okay.
More about my place than I do.
Okay, good. So you're starting to interact a little bit. Okay. So the person you were just talking to, okay, go back to them, okay, and tell them about the place that you live and work. Tell them about the place. Okay? Not the business, but the place. Okay, so if you live in wherever it is, in Vienna, tell them about it. Okay? Off you go. Tell that person now about your place. Yeah, same person. Anybody you can find. You don't know what to talk to. Are you okay? Joy, just listen. Good, okay. Start to draw the conversation to a close. Start to draw the conversation to a close. Very good. I keep interrupting really interesting conversations. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so yes, no, it's great because you're talking to each other. You're doing something which is interacting. You're starting to interact. And what sort of things were you talking about? So what sort of things were you talking about?
We were discussing our work and our, basically work and hobbies.
You're working about work and hobbies. Okay, so what you do, activities. Who else was talking about? What were you guys talking about?
About Uzhgorod, the city of Uzhgorod. How big is it? How many people live there? What nationalities? What religions?
Okay, so that was quite interesting because they were talking quite factually, talking about facts, about the number of people, the size, the religions. That's interesting. And people are really interested in facts. Did anybody talk about something that wasn't factual? Okay, what did you talk about?
We are talking about atmosphere in the old town during the day.
Okay, and what did you say?
We say that it is another in the morning and another in the afternoon and another in the evening. So it is interesting to follow it.
Okay, so that's really interesting. So rather than talking about facts, so we're talking about an atmosphere, a feeling. Yeah, and when we just what it's like to be somewhere, it's got a certain atmosphere. Yeah, so you were talking very factually, and you were talking very instinctively about something. Stories have to be told both ways. They have to have some facts, or they have to have some evidence, but they also should have a sense of theatre or a sense of atmosphere that get us really engaged. And your job is to engage people, to get them to be interested, but mostly to care or to think, I wonder what would happen if I went there. That sounds really interesting. I'm engaged. I'm interested. I'm interested because it's got the tallest mountain, but I'm also interested because of some of the stories that you start to tell around that mountain. It's not just the fact that it's the tallest in Europe or whatever it is. It's not that it's just the best five-star hotel, wherever it is. But what about it? It's the kind of feelings as well. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to take a person next to you's hand, one person's hand. Okay, so everybody should be linked. Okay, very good, very good. Find a person, one. Okay, very good, everyone's linked. Oh, look at this. Okay, find a hand, find a hand. Okay, you cannot let go. You should have, you're very popular. All right. Bloody hell. Okay, so you can't let go of this hand Okay, come, you guys, come over this side a bit. Come over this side. Come over this side. Come over this side. Yeah, let's dance. It's like a Romanian folk dance. Okay, you can't let go of this hand until you find another hand. But I want you guys to start going opposite rather than to the side. So you can't let go of my hand until you find another hand. Go and find another hand. Okay, and you've got another hand to go for. Okay, keep going. You should always be holding one hand. Off you go, everybody. Always holding one hand. Always holding one hand. And then find another one. Always holding one hand. Always holding one hand. Fantastic. Always holding one hand. Always holding one hand. All right. Great. Fantastic. Very nice. What the hell has this got to do with tourism? Nobody knows, but it's great fun. Fantastic. Great. All right. Now, okay. Just stop for 1 second. Now, all of a sudden, when that happens, what happens to the group? We laugh, and there's an energy. Why? Because it's fun? Because it's interactive? Because we're involved? And we kind of created a bit of a community. We're starting to create a feeling, something that has an energy. And one of the things about a place is its energy. And everybody here comes from places with different energies. How can you tell the story of the energy, the feeling of somewhere? Yes, you can say there's going to be a concert. Yes, you can say there's a nice mountain trail. But how can you articulate the feeling? That's really interesting. How do you capture the atmosphere? You can do it, yes, the videos are great and they're very atmospheric. But actually, the feelings come as people start to tell stories. We get that real sense of a place. Yeah? Elena was talking earlier about these creative experiences. And she reminded me of when I went to India and going to have dinner in a house where I went online and I found somebody who would cook for you. And those experiences are the ones where you get a real feeling, a real sense of the atmosphere of the place. And you start to get inside it. And how can we tell those stories? That's really, really interesting. Okay. I want you to do one more thing for me as on the handshake front, okay? I want you to meet as many people as you can in the next 60 seconds, okay? And I'd like you to do it as you meet the person as if they were your best friend and you haven't seen them for 10 years. Oh my God, you look great, man! How's it go? Okay, off you go. Go and meet them, go and meet them, go and meet them. Go on, go and meet them. Let's have, come on, you can do it, you can do it. All right, fantastic. Well done. Great. There were some people, I have to say, there's some people who have got a lot of friends. Some people clearly have got no friends, and other people clearly don't like their friends from 10 years ago. They're like, yeah, whatever, yeah. I never liked you. Yeah, exactly. Never liked you. So the thing that comes out from this exercise, when you're talking about atmosphere, is this idea of energy. That a place has an energy, and that actually, when you go somewhere, how can you capture that sense of energy? You know, when you're watching these videos and you're up, and for me, the idea of seeing that guy sitting, looking across the water, I think, oh, there's a real sense of place of solitude, but there's a place of energy as well. And you get it. I got it from the guys dancing on the roofs in Košice as well, a real energy. And some places will need to talk about their big wow stories, and others will need to try and find a way to tell the story of the calmer kind of energy. But what was great about this exercise is that we're starting to care, we're starting to be interested. And we want people to be interested in us, and we need to be interested in other people, okay? So you're talking about collaboration. You need to be as equally interested in your partners as you are in yourselves. You have to be equally as interested in Romania and Hungary and Ukraine and Slovakia. You have to be equally as interested. You have to try and capture a sense of those places and share that experience. So I have to be equally as interested in Oxford as I am in Cambridge and what's going on there and the feeling. I mean, it's not as good, but there you go. Okay. Okay. Fucking hate Oxford. Right. Okay. So look across the room. Look across the room. Okay, and choose one person, but don't let them know you've chosen them. One person. So you're looking at one person. Yeah, you're looking at, you've got a very funny look on your face. Have you chosen a very, very attractive person?
I'm trying very hard.
You're trying very hard. Okay, great. Okay, if he's chosen you, be scared. Okay, now, not he, everybody, you as well, you're included. You've chosen one person, yes? Great. Okay, now choose a second person. Okay, choose a second person. So you've got person number 1 and person number 2. Yes? Okay. In order to complete this exercise, you need to start walking. So can you guys just start walking around the room, filling up the space? So start walking. Don't worry about your person for the moment. Start walking, change direction, that's fine. Fill the space. You must keep walking for this exercise. You must keep walking. Fill the space. Lots of space over here. Lots of space, okay? Just all you guys that are walking like to a funeral at the back there, right? There is no funeral. This is a celebration of tourism, okay? All right, keep walking, the funeral's not there yet, okay? All right, keep walking, carry on walking and try and see if you can find person number 1 with your eyes. Try and just, with your eyes, don't stop. You see everyone stops. Don't stop, keep walking. Can you see person number 1? Once you've got them, I want you to carry on walking and I want you to stay as far away as you possibly can from person number 1 and keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, stay away as far as you possibly can from number 1. Keep moving. Okay, I'm going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. Good. Okay, good. I don't know what that proves, but it was great, wasn't it? Just remember this space. Remember where you're standing right now in relation to everyone else. Can you see the gap? Can you see it? What's happened here? We've got distance between everybody. You can feel this. Okay. Can you see your second person? Yeah? Okay. What I want you to do is, you can see your second person? I want you to start walking. Keep eyeballing that second person, so start walking. Okay, and keep looking at that second person and get as close as you can to the second person. Get as close as you can to the second person and keep walking. Keep walking. Okay, get as close as you can to the second person and keep walking. And keep walking. Get as close as you can. Okay, and here we go. And keep walking as close as you can to the second person and keep walking, keep walking. You must keep walking. Okay, get as close as you can. And 10, as close as you can. 9 and 8 and keep walking. And 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and freeze. Oh, nice. Okay. So we've got a nice big group there. We've got a nice big group here. And we've got a little group over there, which is a lovely little group. And you two over there. And you're over there. You're all crazy. Okay. So what happened? What happened the second time? What happened the second time? You chased each other, yeah? Because you wanted to be close. And what happened in terms of how do we create a big group? Yeah? Because we started to create a network. Whereas before, when we had distance, we were separate. There was no interconnectivity. We're just watching somebody, okay? But there's a big distance. We're afar. We're not close. We're not inside. Whereas as soon as you start to get close and start to understand, you start to really build connectivity because you're connected to this person, you're connected to this person, and you start to create collective energy, yeah? All of a sudden, you find that you're getting a really strong dynamic. In the real world, this is rather a challenging scenario because we can't be close to all of the people all the time. Okay, we have to find a balance. So what I want you to do is, can you see your second person that you're close to? Yeah? Okay. Can you now see your first person? So you're close to your second person, and you're far away from your first person. And what I want you to do is start walking and try and do both at the same time. Are you ready? Go. You're going to get as close as you can to your second person and as far away as you can from the first one. So you're getting as close as you can. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Fantastic, keep walking. And 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and freeze. Right, now. What you're doing now is you're really thinking tactically about where you're putting your energy. So has anybody got a success story? Who's got a story of success? Okay, your close person is here. Oh, okay, so you've got, that was nice and easy for you. They were interconnected. Anybody got a disaster? What's your disaster? Okay, so why was it a disaster? What happened? Yeah, they're both away from you. There are some things you can control and some things you can't. Yeah? Because some people actually don't want to be close to you, however hard you try. They've got other things they're interested in. They're interested in other things. And however hard you try and get to them, they're not going to be interested in you. You're wasting your time. In marketing terms, this is what we call audience segmentation. We are focused on people, and we are trying to connect with people that have a potential to be interested in certain things and not worrying about them for others. So, for example, if I'm chasing after everybody to come to my youth music festival, I'm making a big mistake. I'm wasting a lot of my time. If I'm chasing after people who... So I went, for example, okay, so I went to a... Košice was Capital of Culture 2013. I went to Wrocław, which is going to be a capital of culture in 4 years' time. And they were talking about what people are interested in Poland. And they said people will go to festivals only if there's food. Only if there's food and beer. If there's food and beer, they'll go. It doesn't matter how much culture there is. So they're going to decide what are they going to focus on. Well, they're going to celebrate the food and beer. In terms of telling your stories, what you've got to do is work out who are you focusing on. There's no point in focusing on people who are absolutely not going to be interested in what you're doing. You're just wasting your time. So actually, you're starting to think about audiences that you can really target and focus on. And there are some people here who have managed really to have really good balanced marketing. You might lose them both, and it's where you're going to put your energies. It's where you're going to put your energies. And what you'll find is there are some people that you really focus on, okay? You really target your story, so you're talking about creative industries. You retarget, okay, certain types of people with your marketing or telling your story, okay? And don't worry about the other people for the moment. There'll be something coming along soon for them. But what's really interesting, for something like Cambridge, if we only target people who are going to come and see our heritage, we're missing out on a big part of the audience. So what the story in Cambridge is, that we have the heritage, yes, we target audiences to come to the colleges, but we also have festivals and activities that also target other audiences. And that has been the key to Cambridge's success. We have the country's biggest folk music festival in Cambridge. Okay? So that is a really targeted piece of marketing to bring people into Cambridge. We have a program called Open Studios, where all of the artists that live in the city open up their houses every Sunday for 6 Sundays in a row. And people come from all over the country and Europe to spend a day in Cambridge going around artists' houses. It's very, very targeted marketing, and so on and so forth. So we really target the marketing, and we don't just say people are going to come to Cambridge because it's Cambridge. We're trying to tell the story appropriately with good energy to our target audiences. Make sense? You guys are doing that as well. Okay. Let me just set you a little challenge for a second. Okay, I'm going to include the whole of this room. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so let's go this way, actually. So if I'm facing this way. Okay, so just all look that way for a second. Look that way for a second. Okay, so I'm going to, and you can watch me now for a second, but facing still this way. I'm going to put myself, where am I going to be? I put myself here, okay? And this is where I was born in the scale of this room. I was born in London. So this is London, okay? And I'm looking this way, so I'm looking across here now, and I'm looking across to Europe. And then I'm moving across into to Russia, and I'm moving right across into the Far East, and I'm moving right across over to Australia, over there. Okay, I'm looking this way, and I'm looking across, and I'm looking right across to the Americas. I'm looking over here, I'm off down in South America, and I'm looking straight back down, and I'm in Africa. Yes? Okay, very roughly. Okay, so I'm in the UK. What I want you to do is I want you to go to where and stand where you were born. Go and work out where you are. So you're going to have an argument with somebody where you were born. Okay, off you go. Try and find the space. Try and find the space. Okay, so you're born there. Okay, so I'm in the UK. So try and find where you were born. Try and find where you were born. Okay. Fantastic. Try and find where you were born. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's have a quick. Everyone's arguing where they were born. Okay. Where are you guys up there? You're in Australia? Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Nobody was born in America. No one was born in America. Okay. All right. So where were you born?
In Slovakia.
In Slovakia.
The same.
Okay. Slovakia. Okay. Where were you born?
Prešov, Slovakia.
Okay, fantastic. Where are you?
Slovakia.
Slovakia. Everyone's from bloody Slovakia around here, right? Where are you?
Krems, Austria.
Fantastic. Where are you?
Romania, and he's Hungary, so I suppose that should be next to him.
Yeah, well, exactly, because it's a cross-border collaboration. Of course you should be. Okay, where are you, sir?
Slovakia.
You're in Slovakia as well. Where are you?
Slovakia.
Slovakia, okay. Am I leaving Slovakia yet?
Romania.
I'm in Romania. Oh, okay. Somebody's got... What is your geography like here? Okay, where are you guys? Where are you guys? You're in Ukraine. And where are you? You're in Russia? Okay, now, you guys are supposed to be in the tourism business, right? If you can't work out where you are. Okay, right, just hold on for 1 second. All right, so, all right. What I want to do is very quickly, I just want you to, where are you? You're in the Czech Republic. He's like, we're all in Slovakia. I said, where are you? Czech Republic. Don't mess with me. Okay, so where, this is where you were born or where you live now?
No, I live in Košice.
You live in Košice, but you were born in the Czech Republic?
Yeah,
Okay, and what was the name of the town you were born in?
Pilsen.
You were born in Pilsen, a European capital of culture. All right, okay, fantastic. And tell me, what is Pilsen like?
There are people.
Great, that's totally unique. There are people. Great, Pilsen has people. And what did I say was the most important thing? Correct.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's the Pilsen secret police. Like, don't tell them about Pilsen, the secrets.
Beer.
Beer. Okay, so when you say Pilsen, you say beer. Anything else?
Industry.
Okay, tell me something that will surprise me about Pilsen.
Surprise. That people like beer and
Okay, so tell me something that will surprise me about Pilsen. Have a think about it. What will surprise me about Pilsen?
I don't know now.
You can think about it for a minute. Who can tell me something about their hometown that will surprise me? Who can tell me something that will surprise me? Okay, so over here. I'm going to come over here. Tell me, what's your hometown?
Košice.
Okay, tell me something that surprises me about Košice.
Grandfather of Angelina Jolie was born in Košice.
The grandfather of Angelina Jolie was born in Košice. That does surprise me. Tony Curtis was born in Košice? Okay, fantastic. Who else can tell me something that will surprise me about their place? I'm coming over here. Ladies. Where are you from?
Košice.
Okay. Tell me something that will surprise me about Košice.
Beautiful women.
That's no surprise. That's not going to surprise me. I'm moving away. I'm going back to the beer. I can't handle it. Have you thought of something that surprises me about Pilsen yet? Are you Googling www.pilsensurprises.com? Oh, God, God knows what will happen. Probably get some pictures from beautiful women. But, okay, so I'm going to come over here. Where am I now? I'm in Ukraine. Am I in Ukraine yet? Oh, yeah, I'm in Ukraine. So tell me something that was... What town are you in?
Surprising about my native city,
Yeah, what's the native city?
Kryvyi Rih.
Okay. And tell me something that's a surprise.
It's 126 kilometers long.
Possibly the most boring surprise there's ever been in the history of surprises. It's your birthday. Great, 126 kilometers. Okay, so that was a really boring surprise fact. And if I, thank you for that. If I tried to tell that fact to my audience, I'd be in a lot of trouble because it's not very interesting. It's a bit of a boring fact. Tell me something really surprising that doesn't involve kilometers.
I need time to think.
I need time to think. Okay. How's it going? How are the cogs whirring? Getting there? Just try and think of, well, think of it, just think of something, anything about the town that would really just kind of make me go, okay. Can you think of anything?
Well, it's a mixture of people of different nations.
Okay, so it's very cosmopolitan. So I do find that quite surprising. Okay. Anything else you can tell me that's really surprising? Not a fact.
Well, my parents and grandparents are from the same city where I was born.
Second only to the kilometers. But no, that's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what am I getting at? What am I talking about here? Well, actually, I'm talking about not just the obvious things about your city, like beer and beautiful women, whatever it might be. I'm thinking about surprising things. I'm thinking about targeting how we tell our stories. Yeah, that's really, really, really important. Okay, Elena's scratching her head. Tell me something. I'm going to come down here, and she's going to tell me something that's going to involve a head scratch.
Krems has the highest percentage of couch surfing hosts in the whole of Lower Austria.
Okay, that's good. That's very interesting. So they're really open to people coming to stay. Okay, so the couch surfing is really interesting. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to go and sit down just in the audience, and I'm going to tell you another little story. So go ahead and take a seat. Okay. 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 Go take a seat. Okay. So obviously, guys, most of the time, if I'm talking about Cambridge, I'm going to talk about the colleges, aren't I? I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a generic sense of the colleges. But actually, there are so many other stories that I can target and start to tell. That's what starts to be really interesting. Sure, as people involved in tourism, you're going to tell your classic stories. Yes? That's what's going to happen. But it's almost default thinking. Sure, you're going to do that. What else, what other stories can you tell about your place that will start to talk about the energy, the interest, the variety? And people will start to, yes, really engage with those stories as well as the obvious stories. Part of the task is to make things easy for people to come to your place, which is why, Michal was saying it's great that you guys have got now direct flights coming into Košice. It's now easy to come to Košice. Okay, so I flew directly in from London. It's making the story easier. But I'm interested in other things that are happening. So, for example, I did not know that the world's second oldest marathon is here in Košice, a marathon. And it's like, I found that out. And I just I don't know whether, I guess the oldest is in Greece, I guess. Oh, seriously? Didn't they have one in Greece like a long time ago that kicked it all off? I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. So Boston is the oldest, and then the second oldest in the world. Second oldest peace marathon. Peace marathon. So it's a marathon where no one argues with anybody. Please, take over. Okay, that's a great story. Okay, I'm loving it. All right. Okay, now I need 5 volunteers. 5 volunteers. I need a mixture of boys and girls just to come out. So 5 volunteers. Okay, 5. 1, perfect. Welcome, welcome. What's your name? Victor. Up on the stage, Victor. Next person. Next volunteer. Oh, go on, Bennett, you're in the bloody tourism industry. Get up there, quick. Next person, quick. Come on. Next person, come on. You haven't got to do anything embarrassing. You get to keep your clothes on. You get to keep your clothes on. Would it be better if I said you get to take your clothes off? Would I get more people? Okay, and then I need one more boy. I need a boy. Yeah, come on then. Okay, great. Okay, so I want to talk about, I'm just deconstructing this idea of telling stories and kind of understanding a little bit about how we tell our stories. So what I want to do, guys, I want you to reorder yourself, so change the order of the way you're standing, so that, hold on, according to the tallest being here, second tallest, third tallest, fourth tallest, fifth tallest. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, great. Okay, this is something which we can all see and is a fact. It's a fact. Yeah? They know it, we know it. It's an absolute fact. Okay. So when we tell stories, the first thing we have is facts. The tallest, the highest, the widest, the quickest, whatever it might be. Okay? I can't yet say the best, because the best is subjective, but I can be objective and say this is a fact. That's interesting. Okay? Is that vodka? She's like, shit, I'm going to get up on stage in a minute. I need a vodka quick. Okay, great. Okay, so this is a fact. So great. So the first thing we have in stories are facts. Yeah? Evidence. Case studies, facts. Okay, now, without talking to each other for the moment, okay, do any of you know each other? Little bit? Yeah, you know, okay, you know a little bit about each other and you've kind of heard about other people. Based on what you know mostly about yourself, about the other people, I want you to reorder yourself. The person that lives the closest to this building, and the person that lives the furthest away from this building. Okay, but don't talk to each other. So the person who lives the closest to this building and the person who lives the furthest away. Now, what's interesting now is that you know about yourself, but you don't necessarily know about the other person. You've got a sense of a feeling, a bit of a feeling. Now, let's see who lives the closest to this building. So how far away from this building do you live?
100 meters.
You live 100 meters. Are you homeless? Where do you... He's supposed to be a manager at the Karpatský hotel. He lives 100 meters away from here. As far as I know, there are no houses 100 meters away from it. So you live on just literally on this area.
It's part of my work benefits to live on the street.
You live okay. So you live so you have a little apartment here?
Well, with my parents at the moment.
Yeah, you still live with your mum and dad. Okay, you'll grow up one day. Okay. And how far away from here do you live?
100 kilometers.
100 kilometers. Okay, so you've got 100 kilometers and you live
120.
120, so we're doing well. And you live?
135.
135. I think they're making this up just to please me. And you live?
350 if we don't get lost on the way.
Okay, fair. So you actually did it. So really great. So the only way that we instinctively know about something, but the only way we would have got the absolute correct answers, we were correct this time, was by asking each other, by getting into a conversation. That's the first thing. Okay, great. Okay, so the first one was a complete fact. The second one, we instinctively knew, or we thought we knew, but actually we had to confirm it by asking and talking. What do you think of me? What are the facts? Kind of getting into a bit of a dialogue, okay? Let's watch this one this time, okay? Watch what happens this time. I want the person who is the best cook, the best at cooking to stand here, and the person who's the worst at cooking to stand there. Okay, so the best at cooking and the worst at cooking. There's now a massive argument over who's the best and worst at cooking. He lives with his mum and dad, beans on toast. Okay, so now, what's really interesting is straight away, we had one person who was determined to be at the end. Okay, they're really determined. Now, you look a little bit sheepish at the front because sometimes we're really bad at saying, I'm the best. I'm the best. Sometimes we are. We're actually bad at it. Okay? Now, remember, I've said the stories work in layers, but the story for Cambridge is that I think it is the best university city to visit. I think it's the most beautiful. Okay? And I'm going to say that, but also I'm going to say some other things as well. But let's watch what happens here. Okay. So you are the best. You've got yourself in this position. Okay. Do you think you're a good cook?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. If I came round to your house, what would you cook for me? Your best meal?
Some Ukrainian cuisine.
Yeah. What would it be? What are you going to tell me?
Борщ.
I'd have some borscht. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds great. Okay. And what would you cook for me?
The Hungarian bograch.
Oh, good. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Okay. And what would you cook for me?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Okay. That's good. It's getting less exciting. Okay. God knows what these two are going to cook for me. Okay, what are you going to cook for me?
I would invite you to a restaurant.
You invite me to a blanket. Okay, I have a feeling I'm getting takeaway down this end. What are we going to have?
Well, you would come to my place only if you cooked for me.
I'd have to cook for you. Okay, it's that bad. Okay, that's a good answer. That's a really good answer. And here's the key, guys. What's the only way we're going to find out? By actually doing it, by actually going to your house and actually sitting down with you and cooking with you and demonstrating and showing. Now, this is interesting because in terms of the way we tell our stories, the first one was a fact. The second one, there was a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of understanding. We were very confident about ourselves, but we checked with other people. But now, what's happening is we're actually showing and demonstrating. We're having to prove that we are. And we're really giving people a sense. Because being a great cook is subjective. But actually, we can really convince people that we've got something amazing that we can cook. Yeah? So actually, we're showing people. We're saying, come and we'll show you. We're demonstrating. And that's a different type of storytelling. Yeah? Okay, let's have the best at sex here and the worst... No, I'm only joking. Look, nobody moved? No? Yeah? You very happy down there, Michael? Okay, very good. All right, thank you, guys. Come and take a seat. You did great. How am I doing on time? So in terms of... how long have I got, Michael? Where's Michal? I've got 5 minutes. Okay. So what's happening now is we're telling stories in really different ways, and we're starting to kind of look at how we tell stories. But let's have a little think about this idea of collaboration as well. I want to talk about collaboration. Okay, so I need 5 minutes? Yep. Okay, so I need another 6 volunteers, 6 different volunteers. Okay, so let's have 6 volunteers. Another 6 volunteers? 1? Just come to the side. Another volunteer. You can guess another one there. Okay. Just come over to the chairs over here. Okay. That's 2. I need another 4 volunteers. You're going to be a volunteer. That's 3. Okay. And then I need volunteer number 4. For another girl, if I may, another female, if I may. It can be, yeah. And number 5. Volunteer number 5. Quick. We've only got 5 minutes. A big one. Oh, I think I need a big one. No, I want volunteers. You guys are, it's all about being involved. Come on, who's going to be involved? Are you leaving or are you going to be volunteer? You're going to be volunteer. Okay, great. One more. Let's have a boy. A boy. Come on, you've got great hair. You've got great hair. Yeah, you know it was you when I said great hair. You knew it was you. When I said great hair, you knew he's talking about me. I'll pretend I haven't got great hair. No, I really have got great hair. Okay, right, guys. Okay, I made a note of some words, actually, from earlier today, but let me give you a little insight into how I'm going to do this exercise before we try and bring these words to life. Okay, so let's have you two up on stage, the first 2. Jump up on stage. We're going to tell a story using an image. Okay, and the image is this. It's going to be, the way we're going to tell a story is this. I'm going to build a picture frame. Yeah, a nice big picture frame, and there it is. And you two are going to be in my photo album, okay? And when I turn the page, I'm going to see a frozen picture, and you two are going to be in that picture, and it's going to be a word that I give you. Okay, so it'll be a frozen picture. So come into the picture frame. Okay, you've got 10 seconds to create this word. And this word, okay, is love. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Okay, it is a I would say that, in fact, is... just get back into the embrace a minute, okay? So I'm turning the page. Just go back into the embrace. You don't have to lift her off the floor. Just give her, okay. Is that the sort of love that you're used to? You love it. Look, to me, if I saw that, I would think wrestling. So show me the picture. Okay. I don't know what other words we would have. Okay. Okay, so you've got another 10 seconds, and another word is marriage. Marriage. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. The thought of marriage, you've gone into some kind of fit. Okay, so marriage? Yeah, you like it? Yeah? Okay, all right. Okay, so come back off the stage. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, well done. Okay. So I'm going to ask this team of 6 people to go up and tell a story, okay? Remember, the stories are told in different frames, okay? So this story, I'm going to give you a word, and there's 6 of you. I've got 15 seconds to create this story, okay? And the title. The first title, okay, is England. Go, England. 10 or 15, 14, jump up on stage. 13, okay, 12, it's England. 10, 9, 8, 7, quick. There's a photograph. Come forward out of the picture. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. I look at that and I think of dear old England. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, come forward. Just come out of the light. Just keep the picture, but come forward because you're slightly in the light. Okay, fantastic. So what's happening here? So what are you doing?
Having a cup of tea.
A nice cup of tea. So that's nice. That's a nice cup of tea. That's the thing we do in England. You're also having a cup of tea?
No, I'm having a beer in the pub.
You're having a beer in the pub. Okay, and what are you doing?
Tower Bridge.
You're being a bridge. Okay, and what are you doing?
I'm an English tour operator. Inviting people very politely.
English tour operator on her knees. Please, please, please. Okay, I've never known a tour operator on their knees. Okay, I presume you're the other side of the bridge?
Left bank, yes.
Okay, and you are?
I play golf.
You're playing golf. Okay, you're playing golf. So, very interestingly, so we think of England, I've got sports, I've got heritage, I've got some maniacal tour guide, I've got beer, and I've got tea. That's interesting. That's nice. That's kind of what I think of. Okay, great. Okay, so now you've got 15 seconds to do Slovakia. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. What the hell are you doing? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you guys pay for this conference? Because if you do, refunds are available at the door on the way out. Right, now, this bridge is, God knows what's, okay, so what the hell are you doing? Right, you don't know Slovakia, so you're just a bit bored. What are you doing?
I wait to be inspired.
You're waiting to be inspired. That well-known marketing campaign for Slovakia, waiting to be inspired. Great, you're in the next photo campaign. I quite like it, actually. What are you doing?
I'm dancing and singing.
You're dancing and singing. Great. Okay. Well, show me, you guys. Okay.
More or less the same, folk dancing.
You're folk dancing. Okay, fantastic.
Playing the violin for the dancers.
You're playing the musical, and you are?
I'm playing Fujara.
Okay, great. Okay, so you're doing that. All right, fantastic. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay, let me just bring you down off the stage. Okay, last couple of minutes. Okay, there's a couple of words that I picked up today, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so the first word that I heard over and over again, obviously, was tourist or tourism. But let's just see this. Okay, but now I want to show you something else. very quickly in the last couple of moments about storytelling. What I did was I asked people very generally to sum up their country, very generally, like you would Cambridge or England, Slovakia, very generally. But remember, I'm really interested in not just the headline stories, but the interesting stories that are happening below. So rather than you go up as a group and be forced into doing something, I want you to think a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to go first, okay, and come up on the stage. And so this word is tourism. Now, you cannot complete the picture on your own. What would you like?
Tourist.
You want to be tourist? Okay. No, don't. Do tourism. Because I don't want you to do something that's easy. Okay, so it's tourism. Okay, tourism. Okay, now, you cannot complete the picture on your own because there's a series of sort of focus here. So what I want you to do is I want you to start the picture knowing that other people are going to add to it. So you don't have to complete it. So come forward a little bit, choose your position, okay, and at the end, when the sixth person goes in, we're going to have a picture that says tourism. Are you ready? Off you go. Okay, bear in mind you've got to freeze. Okay, good. Okay, who's going to add to it? Who's going to add to it? The next person. Thank you. Yeah, the third person. Ah, there's a bit of synergy now because they've actually built on the story. So they're building on the story. The next person's going to go? You need me to finish, Michal? Yeah, he's rolling his eyes. Okay. And? Okay. Next person coming in? Okay, very good. Okay, laughing at people, a national pastime. Okay, and then the next person. Okay. And freeze. That's not bad, actually. That's quite a nice picture. Give him a round of applause. Well done. Very good, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, now, what was... Okay, just come back down off the stage. What was really interesting about this? And this is Michal, have 2 minutes? 2 minutes? Okay, so let's go again. We're going to do one more. Just watch what happens. So this time, you're just going to go one after the other. Okay, you're going to go one after the other. Okay, so what word are we going to give them that we've heard today? Creativity? Sustainability. Bloody hell. I didn't suggest this. Somebody else did. Okay, sustainability, you happy with that? No? They hate it. Okay, let's see what you do. Who's going to go first? Elena. Go. Sustainability, one after the other. Can you do it? Watch what happens. The first person comes in, and in terms of collaboration, they start the story. It's a small story. Okay. On its own, okay, this is sustainability. She's doing something. Okay. The next person's going to add to it. Who's it going to be? Okay. It's a really hard word. Okay, that's good. The next person's going to add to it. Adding to the story, building the story, layer by layer. Next person. So rather than it just being one block preconceived story, it's a story with layers. Okay. Next one. I mean, if somebody walked into this room and I said, what does that sum up? And they said sustainability, I would give them £1 million. Literally. Okay, Landahoy. I mean, it is hard. I mean, Marcel Marceau would struggle with this one. Go on, what have you got? I mean, basically, let me give you a tip. Just walk up there and do anything. Praying for sustainability. God will make us sustainable. God knows. Next person. What's it going to be? Going to finish it off. And then going to burst into applause and think, what the hell has just happened in the last 45 minutes? That, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, fuck knows, is meant to be sustainability. Sorry for the swearing. Okay, very good. Well done. Very good. Just stay there 1 second. So stay there 1 second. Just stay there 1 second. I've thrown a lot of things out at you today, but one thing that I'm very, very interested in, just as we built this final picture, is this idea that we started off with one person. Okay, they didn't tell the whole story, they told a part of the story, and then we added to it, and we added to it. And each person made the story slightly more complete, okay? And there's going to be people who are going to make your stories complete. It's not going to be the obvious, just the obvious stories you're going to tell. You're going to ask people to tell their stories. And it's not just telling stories, it's creating stories. So when I talked about Cambridge, I talked about some of the stories that are being created to be able to tell a different story to just the obvious one. You can't ignore the obvious Cambridge story, but what you can do is create other stories and energies. And the most important thing about a place is its energy. What is it that you can say about your place and that has a real kind of vibe about it? So I hope, I didn't do anything I had on this note really. I hope that it's been of interest. If nothing else, maybe you made some new friends and got to shake a few hands. But I hope you enjoyed it, and it's been lovely. Thank you so much for getting involved. Give a big round of applause to our actors. Okay.